peer pressure has finally had its way. It does not smell like black opium in my opinion. Small but mighty, that is what I call this fragrance. Priscilla said it. Jackie I not calling me out. The projection on this fragrance is insane. I don't know if it's that designer DNA something in it. I will let you guys breathe today and don't think you care what is in it. That fragrance was just, it had to go. It just had to go.
My people, welcome back to my channel. I make videos to help you smell good, look good and feel good. It's Miss Prissy, baby.
Please subscribe, I'm hungry.
Hey sister girl, welcome back to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and become part of the family. In today's video, peer pressure has finally taken its place. Peer pressure has finally had its way. I'm coming to you with my top 10 fragrances for springtime. I was thinking, should I do a top 10 for life? But man, I mean, I could title the video top 10 for life, but nothing is for life when it comes to fragrances. Top 10 fragrances for now, for springtime. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. First fragrance on the list is 100 Silent Ways from Nishani. This fragrance, I mean, it's got loads of lovers. Sharida from Sharida M, if you do not watch her, go check her channel out. She recently talked about this fragrance and it just reminded me about how much I love this fragrance. This is a white floral fragrance. This is a really beautiful white floral fragrance. It was my first purchase from Nishani until I fell for the pressure and ended up purchasing Annie, but I still prefer 100 Silent Ways. I also had Tuberosa, but that fragrance was just, it had to go. It just had to go. 100 Silent Ways is a white floral fragrance. A few people have compared it to black opium. It does not smell like black opium in my opinion. It's got a coffee note in it, it's got tuberose in it, it's got shed loads of things in it actually that I can't remember right now, and I don't think you care what is in it. I'm sure you just want to know what it smells like. This smells sort of creamy, floral, a bit fresh. It must have something in the top notes to make it a bit fresh. It is long lasting, it is sophisticated, it is a safe blind buy in my opinion. If you like white floral fragrances, if you like something, if you like a fresh floral fragrance, this is definitely a safe blind buy. 100 Silent Ways, I move on. Next on the list is from the house of Kayali, and this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25 was released last year from the house of Kayali, and I absolutely fell in love with this fragrance. This is a rose oudi type fragrance, although it hasn't got any oudi notes in it, but this is a really sophisticated floral fragrance. It smells very Middle Eastern in my opinion, but it's also got that sweetness in the base note that balances it out and kind of makes it dry down a bit sweet. Very long lasting, one of my favorite fragrances from the house of Kayali, and of course deserves its place on this top 10 list. I move on. Next on the list for springtime is a no-brainer. This is from Electimus London, and this is Mercurial Cashmere. This is a caramel based sweet type floral fragrance. It's got a lot of notes again in it, but this smells, in plain and simple terms, this smells fresh, smells sweet, at the same time smells floral. There's something in the top note that makes this smell kind of fresh, very kind of summer-esque. But there's also something in this fragrance that gives it enough depth that you can also wear it in the cooler months. So it's an all year round type fragrance, a unisex fragrance, and I find this to be very long lasting as well. I like to layer this with another fragrance that is coming up on this list, and this gives me mad ass projection. Number 3 on the list is Electimus Mercurial Cashmere. Number 4 springtime fragrance is La Belle from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier. Now just look at that dent on that fragrance. Like, I was looking at this fragrance the other day, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I hope I wouldn't need another bottle before spring or summer is actually over, with the rate at which I'm going with this fragrance. This is the fragrance I like to actually layer with Electimus Mercurial Cashmere, and it's just top notch. This is a beautiful fragrance, and the projection on this fragrance is insane. I have told you guys the elevator story. If you have not heard my elevator story, it's in one of my videos. I think it's the video where I talked about Jackie I not calling me out. I'll link the video in the description box, but I talk about the elevator story and what made me to pull out this fragrance. See, yeah, small but mighty, that is what I call this fragrance. It is small, but it is mighty. It is a designer fragrance, but it can stand in the midst of the nichest of niche fragrances, and it will still speak and find its voice. This fragrance has got some pear in it, but in my opinion, this smells very creamy, smells very sweet. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know if it's just me, by the way. I recently also sampled La Belle. I can't really tell the difference between La Belle Le Parfum and La Belle. They smell very similar in my opinion. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but there's something in this fragrance that kind of smells similar to Perfect Intense. I don't know if it's that designer DNA, something in it. But of course, Perfect Intense has got more nutty, almondy notes to it. But this, if you haven't got La Belle in your collection, you're thinking of the next designer fragrance to buy. Please, I highly recommend that you sample a bottle of La Belle. Look no further. If you're looking for a designer fragrance, I'll just repeat that again. I wish I had a megaphone. Sample La Belle. Priscilla said it. Sample what? La Belle. I move on. Next on the list for springtime is Attrape from the house of Louis Vuitton. This is a polarizing fragrance. This has got some lovers in the house, and it's also got some people that are like, not their faves. I'm not going to be emotional about this. I'm not going to be salty about the people who don't like Attrape today. I will let you guys breathe today. But Attrape definitely deserves its place on my top 10 list for spring fragrances. This is a rose-based sweet type fragrance. Smells a bit fresh. It's perfect for the spring months in my opinion. When I hear people say that Attrape will lean better during the cooler months, I don't quite get it. I don't get what about Attrape will lean towards the cooler months. I mean, it's an all year round fragrance, but when people say it leans more for the cooler months, I'm like, I would have thought like a fragrance like Angel Share, that's more like a cooler month, you know, warm spicy fragrance. Attrape is more of a fresh spicy fragrance, and for me, fresh spicy fragrances are better during the warmer months, whilst warm spicy fragrances are better during the cooler months. That's the way I see it. And Attrape is a fresh spicy fragrance, very long lasting. I wore this on my shopping trip yesterday. I got loads of compliments with this fragrance, so that says it. Number 6 on the list, Veronica Says recently talked about it in one of her videos, and this is Dolce Garden. I also own the original Dolce, and that forms a scent memory for me. I wore that a lot throughout my masters. I recently discovered Dolce Garden. I purchased it at the end of summer last year, so I couldn't really wear it. This year I started wearing it and I'm just like, wow, it's so me. If you're like me, you like floral fragrances, you're a girly girl, you like fragrances that are long lasting but at the same time make you feel very feminine, Dolce Garden is for you. Literally, look no further. Dolce Garden is the fragrance for you. This has got some coconut notes in it, has got some frangipani in it, has got some magnolia in it, so that's the floral notes in this fragrance. It is very creamy. Oh my goodness, I really do like this fragrance. It just smells clean, like you've had a really good shower and you washed your hair, because not every day I wash my hair, so this just makes me feel like I've just washed my hair. It smells very good. Dolce Garden from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. I move on. Number 7 on the list is a very classy fragrance, if I do say so myself. This is Gentle Fluidity Gold. I don't know what about this fragrance just makes me feel like it's very classy. But if I was to describe an elegant fragrance, if I was to use the word elegance on a fragrance, it will be Gentle Fluidity Gold. It doesn't overdo anything. It's just understated but at the same time very sophisticated. You know when something is not doing the most, it's not saying, hey, I'm here, but then it's there. That is Gentle Fluidity Gold. It hasn't got the best projection on it, but it's that sort of fragrance that when people get close to you, one that is for just those in your personal space to enjoy. It's not for the masses. Gentle Fluidity Gold is an amber vanilla fragrance. Again, it's from the popular Maison Francis Kurkdjian line. It's got some amber in it, it's got some nutmeg in it. I don't know if this has got any saffron. I doubt it's got any saffron or any spicy notes in it, but this has got some juniper berries in it. I think it's got some amber and some nutmeg in it, if I do remember the notes clearly. Really nice fragrance, a bit on the pricey side, but if you want an alternative, you can definitely check out Intense Cafe from the house of Montal, or you can check out Rose Gourmand from the Zara line. I move on. Number 7 on my top 10 list for spring is La Capitale from the house of Xerjoff. There was no way I was going to do this list and not include something from the house of Xerjoff. This is a fantastic fragrance, sophisticated, beautiful. The bottle is stunning. This fragrance is a fruity fragrance, but at the same time has got some oud and has also got some leather in those base notes that balance it out very beautifully. The top notes in this fragrance are strawberry, caramel, peach. It's got some pink pepper, labdanum. In the middle notes, it's got leather, patchouli, saffron, ginger, rose, amber, and in the base notes, it's got some vanilla, bonbon, oud, and benzoin. So it's got a lot of notes and it's very, very beautifully blended. This fragrance is. Oh my god, this is very, very sophisticated. Definitely one for the spring months that I'm enjoying very, very much. La Capitale from the house of Xerjoff. Number 9 on the list, there was no way that this fragrance wasn't going to make it here. I think this fragrance is always on my top 10 list for every season, to be honest. It's Oud Bouquet. I wear Oud Bouquet all year round. I wear it summer, spring, winter, autumn, whatever. I was going to bring Magnolia Rosé, but I already included Magnolia Rosé in my spring designer video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description box. So I thought, okay, let me bring something else to this list. And Oud Bouquet is obviously exactly what it is. It's oud and a bouquet of flowers. Main floral note in this fragrance is rose. This is a really, really deep, sweet type fragrance. I think this has got some brown sugar and has got some praline in it, which makes it smell very, very sweet. It's not an oud fragrance that is the most overpowering type of strong oud. It's oudy, it's rosy, and also it's sweet. That's exactly what this smells like. If you're the sort of person who is scared of oud, I suggest that you start off with Oud Bouquet. It's a really good way to start. It was the way I started because I didn't like oud at all. I liked oud on people. I didn't like oud on myself. I found oud on myself very overpowering. But then I started off with Oud Bouquet and it really, really eased me in. It's a type of fragrance you can wear to anywhere, even to work. Like, it's office appropriate in my opinion. It's not too strong that then you can't wear it to the office, and that's what I really do like about it. The only annoying thing about Oud Bouquet is that there have been a couple of reformulations of this fragrance, so it really does depend what formulation you get. I think I have the newer version, which is in this bottle style, but yeah, whatever version you end up with, it's a really nice fragrance regardless. Last but not least, number 10 on my spring top 10 list is Delena from the house of Perfumes I. Okay, need I say more? I don't need to say much. This is a very beautiful rose tart fragrance. I think it's got some rhubarb or lychee in it. Everybody loves Delena. Well, most people do like Delena. It's either you like Delena or you like Delena exclusive. But whatever Delena you get, there's Delena anyways. It's a really nice fragrance. This is a rose musky type sweet tart fragrance. Very long lasting, very sophisticated. Definitely deserves its place on my top 10 list for spring. Go ahead and let me know what are your favorite fragrances for springtime. Also go ahead and do all of that good stuff, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please like, please share, please subscribe. And until I see you again in my next video, because I look forward to seeing you again in my next video, stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi and bye. It's got some there's something it's got in it. I think it's got brown sugar. Hey sister girl, where that pass? Starting off first on the whilst one really number 9 on the list, Dolce Garden's Dolce Garden. It smells like